Hello friends, today on PlayStation News we talk about more rumors on Xbox bringing games to PlayStation, new PlayStation Plus catalog games, a first look at The Last of Us Season 2, and launch details for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Let's get to it. Let's talk about Microsoft because they only promised to ship 4 games for other platforms, but rumors have not stopped since then that more games will be making the jump soon. The latest comes from an opinion and report from Jez Corden at Windows Central, who said that Microsoft's quest for short-term earnings will be doing long-term damage to Xbox. The plan to launch Xbox games on other platforms is internally called Latitude, but it has a lot of debate on whether this is the best path forward for Microsoft, and despite that, more PlayStation games are said to be in development. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella and CFO Amy Hood appear to be pushing for no red line as to what Xbox games can go to PlayStation, so presumably we could even get big names such as Halo or Gears, which rumors have pointed out before. Nadella also said during the Activision trial last year that he has no love for exclusive games on consoles, and this could be part of the reason for the "every screen is an Xbox" branding mentioned back in January. We'll have to wait and see what happens. They probably won't announce this at their showcase, but maybe we'll have a clearer picture by the end of the year. In related Microsoft news, Hi-Fi Rush will still get a physical edition on PS5 and Xbox Series, despite the unfortunate closure of Tango Gameworks. The official account for the game tweeted they are working with limited run games for that, plus a new patch is already out to address some minor issues. Do you think Microsoft will end up committing to being fully multi-platform? Voice your thoughts in the comments. Next, Sony announced the PlayStation Plus catalog update for Extra, Deluxe and Premium users in May. It has a big name, but other than that, not much to make up for the 35 games we're losing this month. The game lineup includes the Thief Inc. and crime boss Rocket City on PS5, Stranded Alien Dawn for PS4 and PS5, plus Red Dead Redemption 2, The Sims 4 Living City, The Settlers' New Allies, Cat Quest and Cat Quest 2, the Lego Movie 2 video game, and Watch Dogs, all for PS4. Higher tier users get 3 new classics on PS4 and PS5 with 2 Extreme, G-Police and Worms Pinball. Besides that, there are new trials for Top Spin 2K25 for 2 hours on PS4 and PS5, Trek to Yomi, Shadow Warrior 3 and Grief for PS4 and PS5 giving 1 hour of playtime. That's on top of recent additions like 2 hours for The Last of Us Part 2 for PS5 and Exoprimal on PS4 and PS5 for 30 minutes. A reminder that over 30 games will be leaving this month, including Final Fantasy IX, 7, 8 Remastered, 12 The Zodiac Age, 15 Royal Edition, X and X2 HD Remaster, Horizon Zero Dawn, all Darksiders games, The Messenger, The Artful Escape, My Friend Pedro, Elix and Elix 2, and a lot more. You can also check the full list in the community tab. Not a good month for me as I already had RDR2, already beat Watch Dogs, I'm not particularly excited about the rest. But what do you think about this update? Let me know in the comments or vote on the poll in the community tab. Moving on, we have to wait until 2025 for The Last of Us Season 2, but HBO has posted a first look at the TV series with 2 new official shots. This showed Joel in an important flashback and Ellie likely during the prologue of the game, not going into more details to avoid any type of spoilers for either the game or TV show. Some fans have expressed concern about actress Bella Ramsey looking too young for the role given the 4-year jump between the first and second game, but Ramsey is actually 20 years old, 1 year older than Ellie at this point. Naughty Dog Info on Twitter also shared some new details saying that the show's Season 2 won't cover the entirety of the story, something I was really worried that they were going to rush in just 7 episodes. Filming is expected to wrap up this August in Canada, and the show will likely premiere in March or April next year. What do you think about these first official shots for The Last of Us Season 2? Sound off in the comments. Now we have some news about Ubisoft as the company revealed its financial results for fiscal year 23, and they did great despite having fewer games over the past year. Both Rainbow Six and Assassin's Creed were the big players as they helped the company do 33.5% better in sales with a total of $2.5 billion. According to GameFiles, Stephen Totilo, Skull and Bones was said to have a strong engagement with the second best daily playtime for a Ubisoft game, an average of 4 hours in the first weeks after launch. And since we have engagement numbers instead of sales, that means they are still not that excited about how much it sold. There was no sales news on Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown either, and the Crew Motorfest was said to be outperforming the Crew 2. In 2024 they will be looking to regain leadership in the open world adventure genre and expanding on games as a service, with the lineup including Assassin's Creed Shadows, Star Wars Outlaws, and X-Defiant for consoles. This lineup will not include The Division Heartland, since after a long closed beta the publisher decided to cancel the game, with the Red Storm studio transitioning to new projects, hopefully The Division 3. Are you looking forward to any of the upcoming Ubisoft games this year? Let me know in the comments. Sticking with Ubisoft, they have released the first cinematic teaser for Assassin's Creed Shadows, and like it leaked previously, you will play as Shinobi assassin Naoe and African samurai Yasuki. Ubisoft Quebec, the guys that work on Odyssey, are the leading developers alongside 15 other Ubisoft studios, and they are using a reworked and build pipeline engine that allows for new animations, parkour, and dynamic weather tied to your progress. In fact, the weather will play a big role in stealth. For example, spring will have tall grass or bodies of water for you to hide, but winter will freeze the lakes and kill the grass. Winter will also make the climbing harder, with hanging icicles falling and revealing your location. However, guards will try to cover warm areas instead, so you may have easier ways to infiltrate strongholds. Progress is still objective based, but offers more freedom on how to do them, as they did for Unity, and this time the Eagle Vision makes a return to help you mark enemies through walls, instead of the bird that worked as a drone to spot enemies. Pre-ordering any edition of the game gives you the bonus quest Thrown to the Dogs, and there are 4 editions. First, the standard, either physical or digital, going for $69.99 or equivalent in your region. Then there's the Gold Edition, digital or physical, for $110 or equivalent, giving you access to the game 3 days early. Not a fan of early access on single player games. Besides that, you get the Season Pass with 2 upcoming expansions and an extra mission at launch. The Ultimate Edition goes for $130 and comes with the 3-day early access, the Season Pass, and an Ultimate Pack that gives you the Sekiryu Character Pack, Hideout, 5 skill points, and Red Dragon photo filter. Lastly, there's a Collector Edition that has a game disc, all the Ultimate Edition contents, plus a steelbook case, a life-size Katana Tsuba, a world map, an 84-page collector's art book, a scroll, 2 lithographs, and a figure of both Naoe and Yasuki, all of that going for $240 or equivalent. And note that the game requires an internet connection to install, just like Star Wars Outlaws and Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC this November 15, 2024, and November 12 in early access. Are you looking forward to the next Assassin's Creed game? Let me know your thoughts about that and any of these news in the comments below. If you want more PlayStation and gaming news, remember to subscribe, and check out the previous video where we talk more about Sony missing its PS5 sales target, Helldivers 2 setting a PlayStation record, Final Fantasy games underperforming, and a lot more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.